Hey guys, I see a lot of my students sometimes struggle with constructing chords, spelling chords, knowing scales. So in this video, I'm going to explain how the circle of fifths and fourths works. And by the end of this, you will know how many flats and sharps are in each key and how to memorize them. I think it's a very important fundamental concept. So let's begin. So take a look at this page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the notes starting on C, and clockwise I'll be moving by fourths. So C, up a fourth is F, just keep going up a fourth, B flat, up a fourth, E flat, up a fourth, A flat, and keep on going, D flat, and finally up a fourth, G flat. Now I'll continue, go up a fourth, I'll have B, E, A, D, and G. And what this does is, in this direction, I'll be thinking in flats. This is clockwise, and in this direction, I'll be thinking in sharps. And this is an incredibly useful tool for knowing flats and sharps on the guitar. Here's why. If you look at C, C is a point that has no flats and no sharps. And as I move clockwise all the way to 6, F has 1 flat, B flat has 2 flats, E flat has 3 flats, A flat has 4, D flat has 5, and G flat has 6 flats. Okay, so that's the first part. Just knowing how many flats you have. And by the way, the point G flat, of course, can be said as F sharp. It's actually the same note. And now I can, if I want to know how many sharps a key has, for example, G has 1 sharp, D has 2 sharps, A has 3 sharps, E has 4 sharps, B has 5 sharps, and F sharp, which is the last key I'll be using with sharps, has 6 sharps. So this first tool tells me exactly how many flats or how many sharps I have in each key. This is like a very, very useful thing to know. Now let's get into exactly what flats are there. And to do this, I'll show you a very simple trick. Even you have, think of it as 2 teams. You have the team of flats and you have the team of sharps. And the team of flats, you can think of it as a bunch of 6 black key substitutions for white keys. And they always appear in the same order. The order of flats is as follows: B flat, then E flat, then A flat, then D flat, then G flat, and your final flat is C flat. Okay? And your group of sharps is always in the same order. These are your sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. So how does this process work? Let's imagine you get a question like A flat major. Spell these notes: A flat major. Okay, so here's what you do. First of all, you go to your circle and just look at the flats part and count. C is 0, right? So F is 1 flat, 2 flats, 3 flats. A flat is 4 flats. Then you know you have 4 flats in your scale. And then you can go to your group of flats and see which notes need to be flattened: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. So you need 4 of those. You always take the first 4. So it's B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. And I want to show you a cool little trick. If you look at this circle, what you can see is that the flats are actually written in the circle because the flats start on B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and the note B is actually can be respelled as C flat. And the note, in terms of sharps, your sharps are F sharp, C sharp. It's like moving counterclockwise. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. Okay, so they're actually written in the circle of fifths. Okay, so let's do that problem. So we know we're trying to write A flat major. The first step is you just write the notes starting on A, just 7 notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. These are the 7 notes of the A flat major scale. And then apply the circle of fifths. Go back to the circle. Remember, we're looking for 4 flats because A flat has 4. And simply use your first 4, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So I'm just going to flatten these notes. Here they are in the order they appear in the circle of fifths. B flat is flat, E flat, D flat, and what am I missing? And that's it. And A flat, of course, sorry. Okay, and there you go. That's the A flat scale. So the process was, first step was counting how many flats I have. Second is looking at the flats chart, and then I have the answer. Let's try another example. Okay, let's do the key of G flat. So step 1, I'm just writing the notes starting on G, no flats, no sharps. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, right? So G, A, B, C, D, E, and F, okay? And I'm looking for the key G flat major, okay? So let's look at our circle of fourths and fifths. Here it is. And I'm just like looking at a clock. So if I'm trying to do G flat major, so I have to simply count steps like reading a clock. C is 0 flats, F is 1, B flat is 2. So you can see that G flat has 6 flats. Great. So now I know I need to use 6 of my flats, which are all of the following: B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. And now I just apply them to my key as follows. Okay, so 6 flats, right? So B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. And there you go. That's G flat major. Okay, so again, the process of how many flats, and then I just go to my flats chart and see which ones are. Okay, now let's do an example using sharps. And for this example, let's take A major, okay? And remember, sharps, again, work the same way as flats. And you can remember the charts by going counterclockwise starting on F. So F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and E sharp. That's how you memorize them. So let's solve A major, okay? So step 1, write the notes starting on A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And now let's go to our circle. A, C has 0 flats, sharps, excuse me. G, 1 sharp. D, 2 sharps. A, 3 sharps. Okay, so we need 3. And the team, which always appears in the same order, let's see. Sharps. First sharp is F sharp, then C sharp, then G sharp. Okay, let's apply these sharps to our scale. Here they are. So we need F sharp. Raise that note. We need C sharp. And we need G sharp. Okay, And that's how I get A major. Okay, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. And now let's do the final hardest example for sharps. Let's do F sharp major. Step one, let's see how many sharps we have in the scale. Again, just like reading a clock, you start on C and you go counterclockwise. C is 0, G has 1, D has 2, A has 3, E has 4, B has 5, and G flat or F sharp has 6. This is a point that has both sharps and flats. 6 sharps, okay? Now let's look them up. The entire team, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp. Okay, so I've written down my scale. I'm writing down notes from F, letters of the alphabet, F, G, A, B, C, D, and E. And now I'm going to apply my 6 sharps. Remember what they are? They're F, C, G, D, A, E, all are sharps. Let's apply them. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and finally E sharp. And there you have it. That's F sharp major. Okay, now let me summarize the key points. And you can really use this for so many things in music. It's quite fundamental. So here are the key points and suggested exercises. The first thing I would learn to do is memorize the circle, like learn to go in fourths: C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and then learn to do the same for your sharps, starting on C, moving in fifths: C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp. Learn your teams of flats and sharps, the team of flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat. Learn your team of sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, A sharp, E sharp, so on. And then practice writing all the scales. You'll do so much with this. You can spell chords, spell scales. It's so important for so many things in music. I really suggest practicing it and writing all the scales. And notice that I think it's perfectly fine for a long time to only learn up to 6 sharps and 6 flats. It's really enough for really pretty advanced things that I try to do, and I think it was enough for me for a long time. So I really hope this helped, and feel free to ask questions, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.